Welcome to Mysteries, Myths, and Legends. I'm Taylor.
I'm Savannah.
And happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Oh, guys, I have crazy news. I'm just going to start out.
Okay.
First things first.
Let's get into it.
I'm sure if you were on TikTok, you may have seen this already. But if not, the one, the only Annabelle the doll, the scary Annabelle the doll, was recently moved to West Virginia State Penitentiary
Oh my gosh.
from the Warrens Museum.
Yeah.
So that's where she was. She was in Connecticut at the Ed and Elizabeth Warren Museum in Connecticut. And then for some reason, and I couldn't find the reason, I looked it up right before this because I want to know why she was brought there. There's no explanation as to why she was brought there, but it was said in at least 2 articles that I found that she was only brought there from May 8th to 11th.
That's okay. That's crazy.
So
she's not there anymore.
No, I don't think so.
I thought we were going to be able to go visit.
Me too. So I'm sad about that. I mean, we can still go visit her probably
That's true.
in Connecticut, but
it was a lot closer.
Yeah.
I mean, still far,
and also that was going to be like 2 birds with 1 stone because we also want to go to West Virginia State Penitentiary and see Annabelle, but probably maybe it's better. A lot of crazy things happen in West Virginia in case you're new here, so maybe we just need to take as much precaution as we can,
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, crazy. Well, if anybody knows, why Annabelle's out there, and, it's also, we record in liminal space, so more news could come out before this comes out. So, but if anybody knows, let us know why she was brought there, because I'm curious.
Yeah, I know. They didn't really say?
No, not that I could find.
Just for fun. She wanted
a vacation.
Trip. Yeah, a vacation.
That's so funny. Oh, well, Savannah, we do have to tell them about what we saw last week. Do you remember? She said no. I know it's been a long time. We went to Greensboro and we saw Back to the Future, the musical.
Yes, we did see that.
Broadway.
Yeah. It was amazing. It was really cool.
Absolutely incredible.
I thought it was really cool. I honestly didn't know what to expect because the movie itself is not a musical.
Yeah.
But they did a good job with turning it into one. So
it was
cool.
It really really blew me out of the water. I wasn't expecting all that at all.
No.
Better
than expected.
Way better than I expected. I didn't think it was ever going to be bad. Yeah. But I just wasn't expecting all of that. And just really honestly shout out to the stage crew and the tech crew and the set builders because it was iconic. And if you have the chance to see that show, go. And also, I will just say, I've sat in the very front row of Broadway. I've sat in the very back row. That's where we sat this time. Yeah. Because we booked it last minute. Yeah. And guys, same show.
It's still good. Yeah.
It was crazy. Might as well have been on the front row.
Yeah, the only thing about being in the back is maybe you can't really see their faces as well, but it doesn't really matter because they're so expressive anyway.
They're great. So
yeah.
Book the seat. Book the ticket no matter where it is.
If you're familiar with the movie at all or even the musical, we were so obsessed with the actor that played George.
We love George.
George McFly. He was so expressive and so good at
he was great.
His part.
So I should have wrote down the actor's name. We should have shouted him out. Yeah, shout him out but... He's great. George, if you're listening, shout out to you because you killed it.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Oh, gosh. Honestly, I'm so sad it's already gone because I would want to go see it again.
I know, yeah. I was here for a short time, but it is a traveling show, so if it's coming near you,
go see it.
We recommend.
Absolutely.
So anyway, have you been listening to the songs from it?
No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I did a couple times, but not a lot. Yeah. I've been very busy, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, me too.
But since
I just remember, honestly, now I'm wanting to get back into it.
Yeah.
So I might.
Yeah. Now, no, I need to. I've listened to it before, but I need to. Again. Yeah. Love a musical. If anything you know about me, I love a musical.
I know. So. And a movie, because what are we doing tomorrow? Of course. Movie premiere.
We're going to hurry up tomorrow, the premiere. We've literally said, we've had these tickets for a while. So long. We've been invited to the premiere for so long, and it's finally tomorrow.
Do we have to wear fancy outfits to the premiere?
I'm not.
No. Is it going to be fancy?
I don't know.
Or is this just a
I've
regular
never
movie?
been to a premiere there. And I've only ever been to one other premiere, and I did dress up for that.
Yeah, I feel like this isn't the dress up vibe, but also like, what if it is?
I really like to be comfy, and I think I'm gonna be comfy.
Yeah.
But honestly, same. Maybe I'll do my makeup. So just in case. Yeah. Just in case. God forbid. Like if Abel comes out, honey, I'll lose my mind.
He shows up.
No, I cannot imagine if he was to show up.
That would be crazy.
Abel, if you're listening, come through.
Come to North Carolina.
Oh, I'm so excited. Well, so update next week about the movie. I think it comes out this weekend or maybe next weekend. Okay. For like for general.
Everyone else.
Yeah.
Because we're special.
No, we are. Yeah. But okay, wait, one more thing. Okay. One more thing, guys. If you don't know, now you know. We do love movies. We go see movies all the time. We are AMC A-listers. And as of this week, AMC has now granted us 4 movies a week instead of 3 movies a week. And I have such great news for you.
Oh, what?
And us in general. So we got really lucky. It depends on which state you lived in to how much money the amount was going to go up per month. Mm-hmm. And we got so lucky because it was like 3 states got to only go up $2. And that was us, baby.
Okay.
Thanks, AMC, for that. People were actually really mad because some people's, it went up $10 in California.
See, and so, I would
that would be a problem for me.
Cancel.
Yeah. But thanks, AMC. Great. So now we can go see more movies. Not that we will, but I'm just saying.
Because like, were we already doing 3 times a week? Not really.
No. Definitely we tried once. Try to get the money.
Yeah.
But we could. You know, I'm just saying the possibility is there.
It is, yeah.
Movie reviews coming. We don't have one for you this week. Sorry.
Yeah.
We
honestly,
went to the musical
I
instead.
do want to mention, though, they did add the Twilight series, Twilight Saga, onto Netflix again.
Wait, all of it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just the first movie.
No, it's all of it. Ooh. And guess who is in their Twilight era? My sister, Adriana.
I have been seeing her TikToks.
Adriana is obsessed.
I love it.
Right now, if she's watching this right now, listen, like, you know I'm right, but she's obsessed with Twilight right now.
I love it.
She keeps sending me TikToks about Twilight, and I'm like, I'm living for it because obviously I'm always in my Twilight era.
Of course.
But yeah, and she the other day on Mother's Day, we were, all together for Mother's Day, and she starts like begging my parents to take her to Target they had like a shirt. That she wanted. It was like a picture of Taylor Lautner.
Oh, she's Team Jacob?
I think, yeah.
Me too, Adriana.
Because she was like, it said, Bella, where have you been, Loca, or something.
Love that.
So, she did get the shirt.
I was gonna ask, did she? Yay. Yeah, I too was Team Jacob, Adriana. Savannah, she's Team Edward over here. I will say today I'm more Team Edward, but when I was original back watching it, I was Team Jacob.
I mean, I don't know.
Sorry.
It could be either way, I guess.
It could be. Crazy.
Anyway.
I do have to say, my allergies, guys, killing me today. If you saw that, if you're watching the video, I am going to have to take some water breaks. Sorry. Apologies. But I will try my best to be here. But if you don't mind, will you please rate and review us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify? But unless you have anything else, we can get into our tarot of the week.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. I almost forgot about the tarot.
Oh, no. Okay. Never me.
Tarot of the week.
Let's see what it is.
Here we go.
I'm excited. I'm going for positive vibes. Hold on. Let me send some positive vibes into those cards.
Guys, I'm needing some positive vibes. Things have been rough, but it's okay. We're making through.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really hopeful for maybe not a reversed card this time because like
we have been getting a lot.
I feel like the reversed ones are all like maybe not all negative, but like
no, they're not. They're definitely not all negative. Just the ones we've been getting.
Okay, that shuffle kind of sucked.
Give them a good ASMR. Ooh.
I wish my laptop wasn't in the way so you could see it better.
I know. Love that. That was a good one. That was a very good one. We are still reading off the book. Guys, I haven't finished my personal set yet, so I still haven't learned them, but I'll get there one day.
Okay, let's go. Let's go for it. We have the King of Swords.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the King of Swords. Oh, I'm not
be
looking
hopeful
in the
that
right
this
place at
means
all.
something good.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm struggling today.
We got it.
Okay. This is interesting.
Okay. Ooh. Interesting does not...
No, it's fine. It was upright.
Yes.
Okay, so this week we're going to be feeling some intellect, authority, strength, and fairness.
Okay.
Yes, so
there we go.
So swords, the cards of swords, they are associated with power and conflict, and but it's like you're supposed to know that they like the swords card. I'm so sorry, I cannot speak. The sword cards. The swords on the cards, they have a double edge. So it says, please keep this as a reminder that there is a fine line between good and evil. So be mindful of your thoughts and your ambitions.
Okay.
So nice. We did not get an upside down one today, guys. So
okay. Honestly, cool. I mean, that's... We can take it however we want to take it. So I'm not going to say that it's positive or negative. But, you know.
Period. King of Swords, upright.
King of Swords.
That's the tarot of the week, guys. Shout out. But after we put these beautiful, amazing cards away, Savannah can get into your story for this week. I'm excited. But actually, before you get into your story, let me just do this for the video watchers out there. I'll give a little hint, I guess, to my story. And if you're listening, go check out the YouTube or the Spotify.
You really just said that.
I did. And it actually landed perfectly too.
Oh my god.
Love that.
Yeah. Okay. Getting into my story. This week I'm going to talk about a cryptid.
Ooh, okay.
A cryptid creature. Monster, you know.
Yay.
Okay. So this one, it is called the Ogua or Ogua. Before we started recording, we did look up the pronunciation because I wasn't 100% sure, and there are multiple. So, you know, I'm just going to say what I feel is right, okay? So the Ogua, this is a cryptid in the Monongahela River, also the Ohio River and the Allegheny River, you know, where kind of all of those meet. And it is in West Virginia and Pennsylvania. So over that area.
As they all are.
Yeah, honestly, because it is
so honest.
The Appalachians. So
yeah, that's where most cryptids come from.
Yes. So the name, the Ogua, it comes from the Native Americans in the area, particularly the Shawnee and Delaware tribes.
Shout out to the Shawnee tribe. We know a lot about them.
Yeah. And some say that the name Ogua, it translates to river demon.
Oh, good.
Or water devil.
Oh, good.
Yep. Good. So this creature... Okay, actually, though, before I even describe what it looks like, what are you kind of picturing? Anything specific?
No. Well, I guess if I'm being honest, I don't know why. I picture like an old woman.
Oh, okay.
But not necessarily human. Like a grandma vibe is what I'm saying. Okay, I don't know why. That's all, though. I have no visuals.
Okay, well, all right, let me describe then. This creature is said to look like a giant snapping turtle.
Oh, okay. I feel like that goes along with the grandma vibe.
Slow. Honestly, you're right. Yeah. This thing is not slow, though.
Don't tell me that.
It's 15 to 20 feet long. Huge.
That's way bigger than I thought.
And some say that it actually looks more like an alligator because it's so long and you know, scaly kind of reptilian vibes either way, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some also say there's a row of spikes running down its back.
Okay. That's scary.
And actually, I saw a few sources say that it's two-headed, but some say that it's not. It only has one head. So I don't know what the deal is, but it could have two heads.
Okay. Like a turtle head?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And also it's very large. I said 15 to 20 feet long. It's also from like 400 to 600 pounds.
What?
Pretty big.
Wow.
Size of a bear, people say.
Mm-mm.
And this is lovely. It can crush deer whole. So we love that.
What?
So these creatures, because it's not necessarily just one of them, it's,
Yeah, like
a species of them, I guess.
yeah.
They're said to be from prehistoric times when giant turtles roamed the area.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess, back in the day, that was...
I don't even want to be that person right now, but I must say that right now there's like turtle islands on Fortnite, and that's what I'm picturing.
Oh my god. I love that, actually. Okay. So yeah, giant turtles roam the area, and its tail actually drags behind it, and like when it's on land anyway, and leaves like a serpentine impression, so it looks like snake prints almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the mud and dirt along the riverbank. So if you see those, watch out.
Run the other way.
And its head is said to be the size of a beer keg, which is interesting.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty big.
Or, see, this is where I'm like, what? How are these the same size? A beer keg or a small car? I'm like, oh.
Okay. Okay.
Right. I know.
Those aren't similar at all.
No. Maybe like a much smaller car that I'm picturing.
Maybe a child's toy car.
Right.
Like,
I know.
I'm imagining my niece's car that she has.
Yeah, I guess it could be.
Yeah.
And its eyes.
Actually, though, like,
what
is this story like older? Do they mean like the first car? Because they were smaller.
I guess maybe.
Like our cars, I know I have a really big car,
yeah.
but like, it might be like the older cars that they're thinking of.
Yeah,
anyway,
true. Its eyes are said to be either a yellow or red.
Good. Love the fiery red eyes.
Yeah, and also yellow is kind of creepy too. Because yellow
is like jaundice. Like, go to the emergency room.
Yellow eyes. You never saw Supernatural, did you? No. There's a demon that specifically in that show has yellow eyes, and they in like the first few seasons they're going after the specific demon with yellow eyes. Oh, so it reminds me of that.
I just think of jaundice
because the yellow-eyed demon killed their mom.
No. Yeah. Oh, wow. He's evil.
It's like a whole thing. It's a whole thing.
Yikes. That's not good for this creature. Okay.
Side note, you need to watch Supernatural.
I know. It's intimidating. It has a lot of seasons.
It does, but it's worth it. Okay. I'm going to just say at least the first 5 seasons are worth it.
Okay. I have to just tell you, though. Like, I have tried to watch it, like, 5 times.
Yeah.
And I can't ever get past, like, the first couple episodes. Like, it's just like, and it's something that I would like.
Is it like the cringe factor or what?
I think because I didn't watch it back then. I'm watching it like now.
I didn't really. Well, I watched it when we were in high school.
Well, that's like 10 years ago.
I know.
Like, I tried to watch it the first time, like probably junior year of college.
Yeah.
When you told me to watch it before. Yeah. And I tried multiple times, and I haven't been able to get through it. But I'm gonna be finished with Desperate Housewives soon. Maybe I'll try again.
Yes. Honestly, you need to. Yeah. I'm saying, okay. It's literally like 15 seasons. Don't feel like you need to do all of them. I would say at least the first 5. Because honestly,
that's more doable.
In my mind, if it ended at the season finale of the 5th season, like that would be a great ending.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because sometimes shows just go on for way too long.
Grey's Anatomy. Guys, okay, right before I came over here, I'm not spoiling this for you. I stopped watching this show in college. And so that's probably around 10 years ago.
Okay.
And when I stopped, I just literally, before I came over here to record this episode, a commercial for Grey's Anatomy came on. Yes, it's still on. Yes, it's still on. And my mom still watches it, actually.
Really?
And they said, big wedding, 2 characters are getting married. I won't say who. But I need you guys to know that 10 years ago, when I was watching this, those 2 characters got engaged. And they haven't got married. And it's been 10 years of my time.
In like Desperate Housewives, they get engaged and married in the same episode.
For sure. They meet and get married in the same episode, honestly.
Right. Exactly.
So,
that's crazy.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay, anyways, TV
Yeah.
shows aside,
Yeah.
let's get back to the story.
Yellow eyes.
So
Yellow in
yeah, it
red.
has yellow eyes. Also very aggressive.
Great.
It's
I mean,
pretty
I was
cute.
giving it's giving that because they're called like the demon, the water demon or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. And it also, so it will like to lurk below the water. So
Mm-mm.
like just at the water.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of wait for an animal or a person to come within range, and then it will like lunge at it and get their victim.
Mm-mm. That's horrifying.
Yeah, and it also has really sharp teeth. So,
Yay. Yay.
mm-hmm. Love it. Okay, and so people are obviously scared of this creature in the area.
Yeah, I bet they are.
And so they will avoid wading in the river, so like swimming in the river or crossing it like at all.
Mm-hmm.
And Native Americans in the area warned settlers in the area, people, coming over, settling there, just warned them of the creature. So, ever since people lived there, they kind of knew.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they oh this factor, crazy. So I already said that it will like, lurk at the top of the water and then take their victims. So they take them, and they also take them like off the shore sometimes too. So that's fun. But
No.
they'll sort of drown them. This is so awful. They will drown their victims and then keep them in their den that's in the water and then like eat them later.
Oh my god, like a spider. Ew.
Right? I know.
Ew.
It's crazy. Oh, they're also known to knock over boats, like canoes and stuff that are in there.
Mm-mm.
So they knock them over, and any like animals or anything that's like floating on the surface, they'll pull them down. And this creature, like I said before, it can survive on land, and it strikes very fast. But if it misses its prey in the water, it can like run out on land and catch you on land too. So it's double scary.
You're not safe anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So the first recorded sighting of this in literature is by early European settlers in 1745.
Okay.
A 12-year-old boy was fishing along the riverbank with his family, and an enormous turtle-like creature suddenly erupted from the water and took him just into the water, and he disappeared in seconds.
Oh my god.
And never resurfaced.
Stop. That's so bad.
His family was obviously horrified, and they could only watch as he got dragged down. Horrible. And yeah, he was never found.
Oh my god. That's actually horrible.
I know.
And they just saw it. Oh no.
I know. Can you imagine like seeing that and you're like, what the heck was that creature?
No. If I saw that in real life, I would be the most scared of it. Like that would scare me. Seeing a cryptid in real life for real would scare me more than a ghost, more than a demon, more than anything else.
I know, it would scare me too. Okay, so another sighting of the Ogua. Just, making up ways to say this now. Just saying it all the ways. Anyway, the Ogua, the whatever. In the late 1700s, so honestly, pretty much the same era, because the other one was 1745.
Yeah.
But in the 1700s, a soldier makes an account of the creature in a letter.
Ooh.
So he was stationed at Fort Hamar, near present-day Marietta, Ohio, and he described a river devil in his letter that would wait for deer to come by to like take them. So he would wait for them to like drink from the water at the edge of the water.
That's so awful. Such a predator.
This creature would lunge out of the water and take them down to its lair.
I want to see the lair.
Right.
Like I don't want to personally see it, but I look like an MTV Cribs.
I feel like nobody has been brave enough to go look for it. So.
No, I wouldn't be.
Yeah. So, and this guy who was writing this letter, right, this soldier, he says that he managed to kill one of these creatures.
I don't believe that man.
Yeah. Apparently
Show me
he
the
did.
proof.
I don't know.
Maybe
I think he said that he got a bunch of guys together and they all went into the water with like wooden bats and hit it a bunch of times.
And they just left his body there in the water? Suspicious.
I think they might have dragged it out because they said it was 15 feet long and it weighed over 400 pounds.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he said this one did have 2 heads. So
okay. To be fair, some turtles have 2 heads too.
Okay, so there we go. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like that shocking that it has 2 heads. I mean, I know it's crazy, but like, it happens.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay, and some other people who have seen this over time, farmers and fishermen have made reports of seeing this creature over the years. In the 1980s, actually, a coal miner saw the creature. I know you.
My whole family.
Your whole
coal
family
miners,
is coal miners in West Virginia.
Yes,
so
they are.
John Edward White. He's a coal miner. You're not.
I know him.
You know him.
No, I don't know him. I don't know him. I mean, maybe.
He claimed to see a huge serpentine creature when he was fishing on the river. At night.
Thank God you said that because I was like, is it in the mine? Because if it's in the mine, they're screwed.
No, it's just because there's a lot of miners in that area.
For sure.
You know. So
he's off duty.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was like after work he's fishing. Yeah. So this story actually made the papers. So he said that he watched it as it raised its like huge massive head above the water and looked at him like yards from where he was.
1 head or 2 heads?
Just 1.
Okay, just had to clarify.
Yeah. So yeah, this story did make the papers according to a few sources, but of course
I
couldn't find the paper.
I mean, you know, places burn down, things get lost.
I guess, yeah, true. So, and it also, apparently, this story being out into the media, people felt obligated. They're like, okay, now I gotta come forward with my story of this creature. Totally. So now there's like a bunch of different people coming forward, like, I've seen this too. So that was in the 80s. And also it caused like, so it caused people to say, yes, I've seen it, but also people will flocked to the area to try to see it.
Yeah.
So cryptozoologists and things like that.
People like us.
Exactly. So they want to see the Ogua. No other big sightings really have been made. There was a sighting in 2003. A man claimed to have a picture of the creature, but the picture was really blurry and it didn't really like... People didn't believe that it was really the creature. Yeah. They're like, this is just a random picture.
Probably was.
Yeah. So, all of this leads me to say, like, what do we think this creature could actually be? Like, is it actually a cryptid monster creature? Or is it something else?
Honestly, I would say... Like, I feel like people, like, they've obviously heard about this or scared in the moment. I feel like the 15 to 20 feet might be an exaggeration.
I know, yeah.
And I feel like this could just be, like, a really big turtle. Because I have lived in West Virginia.
Yeah.
And the turtles, sometimes they actually really do look like alligators and crocodiles.
Really?
Yes. Some of them, turtles, honey, are horrifying. Okay. Horrifying.
Well, some people say that the Ogua, it could have started, like the legend could have started with a rogue alligator. Because, you know, alligators are not from that area, but maybe one somehow made its way up there.
Yeah.
And people are like, what is this creature? Because it's not from the area, so they wouldn't have recognized it.
True.
So, there's that.
That too. Yeah, that totally.
And it's... Or it could be like a larger than normal snapping turtle, kind of. Yeah. And another theory people have is that it could be like a prehistoric snapping turtle that's still there today, which is like...
I was gonna say, because in college I did take a dinosaur class where I had to memorize like every dinosaur that was ever alive. It was really a lot for like a fun class.
Yeah.
But there literally were like giant turtles.
Really?
And like just like in Fortnite, like I was saying, there were giant turtles that used to walk the earth. So like it might not be that far of a like out of the possibility that it could just be a big turtle that maybe doesn't exist today. Because you did say there hasn't really been a sighting since 2003, so that's like 25 almost years.
Yeah. And the real big sightings were in like the 1700s,
exactly,
and then
exactly
a random one in the 80s, and then
one allegedly in 2003. So maybe it really was just like a big turtle or like a alligator or something. But also the fact that you said that there are multiple and multiple people saw it like in more than one area. I think it's probably not an alligator unless somebody brought 2 alligators and then they had alligator family.
Maybe.
But I don't know. I don't really know. And also maybe it was just like, what if it was also like turtles with like a disease? You know?
It could
like
be.
that.
You know, you're right.
Like a not deer.
Yeah.
With, dang, what is that disease? Now I forgot. It's called like CDS or something. And now I for chronic. It's CWS. It's chronic wasting.
Okay.
Disease.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully no turtles have that. I love a turtle.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I don't know though.
So, of course, many people believe that this is a real river monster.
Yeah.
And people say that it's the freshwater cousin of the Loch Ness monster. So.
Guys, he's on my shirt right here. You see him?
Yeah, there
That's his cousin. No, I honestly don't believe most cryptid stories.
Yeah.
But I actually do think this thing existed. And like, maybe. Is it a cryptid? Like, is it magical? Like, it doesn't have magical powers or anything. It's just like big and scary.
Yeah. I mean, all a cryptid is an animal that isn't recognized in like, you know.
Yeah.
Regular.
For sure. But I just like really believe this one.
Yeah.
I need to ask my family if they've ever heard of it.
Yeah.
Because they probably have.
The Ogua.
Yeah.
Ogua.
Maybe they'll know how to say it.
I know, right? Maybe we should ask
Honestly, no, can't trust them. I don't think they would know how to pronounce it.
Yeah. Anyway, that is the legend of the Ogua.
Wow. I like that. I mean, I wouldn't want to come up across one or anything. They could stay far away from me. But cool story. Cool story nonetheless.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, if you're watching the video, the clue that I gave out earlier, I guess I'll give it to you now. I hit an alien balloon at the camera because while my story is not about an alien, it does involve possible alien conspiracy theories. So, had to throw the alien at you. I have for you the legend of Amara Muru. Da-da-da. So, I know I never heard of it either. I'm sure you haven't.
No.
I was shocked. Once again, here I am shocked that I have never heard of this. I actually have started learning so much with this podcast. Like,
I know, honestly, same.
Like, what? There's so many weird things going on around the world. And guys, you guys need to start questioning it because what is going on? And not you guys, because I know they are, you know, like they're clearly here.
That's why you're watching this.
But. Yeah, but like everybody else, why are they not questioning this? Like, this is crazy. So, the legend of Amara Muru, this story takes place in Peru.
Okay.
And there's not a lot of really introduction, so we're just going to dive right on in.
Okay.
It is the year 1996. Shout out Savannah. Birth year. A man named Jose Luis Delgado Mamani was a local tour guide in the area, and he actually discovered an ancient archaeological site that is literally carved into Hayumarca Mountain near Lake Titicaca.
Huh.
And so Lake Titicaca is located in the Andes Mountains of Peru near the border of Bolivia. And the site that he discovered, it became known as Aramumuru.
Okay. Also
known as Puerta de Hayumarca, which translates to the gates of the gods.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun. Yes. So this site is said to be one of the most like enigmatic and controversial sites in all of South America. There are a ton of theories and mysteries surrounding it. So a lot to discuss today. But before we get into all the crazy stuff going on, let me tell you about the area. So Lake Titicaca is the largest lake in South America. It is also the ancestral home of several indigenous tribes and communities, including the Aymara and the Quechua people. So these communities of people, they have such a rich history, obviously. But one thing that stands out about their traditions and their beliefs are they're very intertwined with the lake and its surroundings. So that plays into the story. There are many islands and villages located on the lake, or at least there were back in the day. And that includes the famous Euros Islands, which this is so crazy to me. The Euros Islands are actually floating islands. Have
what do you mean aren't floating like islands? I guess not all islands are floating.
I feel like no.
But like, what do you mean by floating though?
Okay, so just to be clear, islands are not floating. Normally, they are like mountains.
I guess.
And then like the valleys of the mountain are like the water that you don't see.
Yeah.
So floating islands, they do exist though, and it's literally trees and a whole ecosystem that is floating on top of the water. And
so you can go under it?
You could theoretically go under it, but the reason you really couldn't is because what keeps it floating is reeds, which are like thick grass essentially, and it makes it float. So it's kind of like the roots of the trees and plants are down there. So it's not like you could easily swim underneath.
That's crazy.
Theoretically, yeah.
Wait, so that's what keeps it in the same place?
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Like, and of course it can move like a little bit, but like, I mean, it's crazy. Because also, like, how does it hold it up?
Right.
There's trees and there's things. Like, it's crazy.
How?
I don't know that. That's science I can't even begin to even explain. So, but this island is actually literally floating. So, crazy to me that those exist. But this lake is home to several ancient archaeology sites, including the ruins of Tiwanaku.
Okay.
And that is an ancient pre-Columbian city located near the southeastern shore of the lake. So that specific city dates back to 400 BC.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. It is considered one of the most important archaeology sites in South America, this lake, because it's one of the oldest.
Okay.
And so crazy. And so that's just like the area that this Gate of the Gods is in. I can't even begin. Like, this place is the whole area is magical and mysterious.
Right.
And has so many legends.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to just continue like another day. But today we're just gonna be talking about the Gate of the Gods because that is enough for one day. So it's crazy to me that this random man, this random local tour guide was just walking around leading a tour in 1996, and he just came across this. Nobody ever came across it before. Nobody ever questioned it before. But
wait, that's crazy.
It is. And go ahead, actually, while you're on your computer, go ahead and Google Gate of the Gods, Peru. Okay. So you can just go ahead and look at it while I explain it. So the Gate of the Gods is a large door-like structure that is carved out of the Hayumarca mountain. Okay. So it's literally on the side of the mountain, and it's carved. And it's carved out of solid rock that measures approximately 7 meters high and 7 meters wide. Oh, wow. That is 23 feet high, 23 feet wide. That's big. That right there. It has.
This isn't really what I was picturing, but
I know, it literally looks like a giant door.
Yeah.
And it has a T-shaped design, and it has like a circular depression in the middle of it. And some people believe that this circular depression could have been used for ceremonial or astronomical purposes to like chart the stars or hold ceremonies or whatever back in the day. But essentially, this place in the side of this mountain looks like a giant door with a smaller door cut out in the middle of it. Yeah. And so like the giant door, the big one, is like 23 feet tall. And the regular smaller door is like human sized. So it's kind of giving like, what is that? Like Alice in Wonderland doors, like, or like a mouse door. Like, you know, like in
it's almost like a door for the gods, right? And then a door for the humans.
The humans,
right?
Yeah, totally. So, yeah. Also, important to know, this site also has a smaller carved tunnel that is right next to the main gate.
Hmm.
Important to know for the future.
Okay.
So, like I mentioned, this place is home to countless theories, countless myths. Some people believe that it was actually created by a pre-Incan civilization. So, like, kind of the science behind it is that the Inca probably built this. If we're talking, like, not legend, not something otherworldly. But from what has been able to be studied, it's kind of giving that people that we don't even know existed, whoever lived there before, is kind of, that's who we assume made this. But we don't know who that is.
Right.
So that's crazy. And so this is what leads people to believe that this place was actually carved and built by extraterrestrials or aliens. Okay. Because we don't know what civilization lived there before the Inca. So it's not saying like it's definitely aliens. It's just like we don't really know who lived there because we don't have any proof of it.
Yeah.
But according to the Native American legends, heroes of the past would travel through that door to meet their gods. It is said that going through the door would gain you immortality and a life next to the gods. So essentially, you just like live over there with them. The stories also mention that a few of those men who went through the gate, they actually did come back and return to Earth through the gate again. But when they came back, they actually brought their gods with them, and that was to inspect their kingdom. That's what the legend says. So yes, this gate is quite literally the gateway to the gods, and this concept of like a gate or a portal to the gods, it's prominent in other legends of the area as well. So it's normal for the area.
Okay.
Now there is a story associated with this gate. This story is the legend of the man named Arama. Oh no, I am so sorry. Aramu. I can't do it, guys.
It's so okay.
Sorry. Amaramuru.
Yeah. Okay.
It's so,
see, I can't even get it now.
It's really hard. It really is. I'm so sorry to Amaramuru for messing up your name so many times. But he was an Inca priest of the Temple of the Seven Rays. And it's said that in order to escape the Spanish, let me tell you what this man did. So he was being chased by the Spanish because he decided to go into their temple and steal a golden disc from them.
Oh, cool.
And so the golden disc that he stole, that was actually known as the key of the gods of the Seven Rays.
Oh.
And he was the priest of the Temple of the Seven Rays. So he was like, that's like ours. And it technically was. Right. So he was I got to steal it back.
Yeah, like I get it.
Because it did belong to his people.
Yeah.
So, excuse me, he did steal it. And then he was on the run from the Spanish because they were after him. Obviously, they wanted it too. And so the only way that he could escape the Spanish without getting caught, he was running and he all of a sudden saw this mountain, Hayumarca.
Okay. Yeah.
And so he used this golden disc in there and he saw this door and I guess he was like, well, this is the key to the gods and this looks like the god door. So let's put the key in the door.
Right. I mean,
he was like 1 + 1 = 2. I mean, let's put the key in the door. Yeah. And
he
did. It opened the gate.
Oh, it worked.
And it's even said that a bright light was coming out of the tunnel. That is the tunnel on the side. So not like the door.
Yeah.
But like the tunnel that was on the side.
Right.
So I'm assuming that's like how close the Spanish were.
Okay.
And so they saw that and they're like, that's him.
Yeah.
And then they get there. Where'd he go? Gone.
Wow.
was never seen again. After entering the gate, the Spanish never caught him. They did run up there. They never found him.
I see.
So, also never found the golden disc.
Yeah.
Just saying, that's weird. That's crazy. So, believers actually say that only chosen people are allowed to go through the gate. And that the gate won't open for you, like, if you're not chosen.
Huh. Okay.
So, I mean, that's cool. But just so you know, yes, the legend today is named after him. That is what this, I mean, it's a bunch of different names, but yes. And there is obviously no real proof, like no written down proof that this man actually existed or that this actually happened and he did disappear. But of course, like we don't even that's a long time ago. We don't have a lot of information on this place at all. So we can't prove it, but we also can't disprove it.
Yeah.
Yep. And so this place has actually become a very popular travel destination for tourists and spiritual seekers.
I want to go for both of those reasons.
Right.
Like, that seems like the place to be.
Right. Okay. Oh, you think it's the place to be? You wait till I tell you this. So people all around the world obviously are drawn to this because of the story.
Right.
But also because of the supposed connection to the supernatural. So when people go here, they actually claim to feel a very special energy, special vibe. Okay. And I know, like, obviously, like, they're thinking that because of the story. But it's, like, different than that. So people describe feeling very out of the ordinary. Like, the land itself feels sacred. And honestly, I could see that because just think about even the lake that I was talking about that's right beside this mountain. Yeah. It's also in the Andes. Like, there's just a lot of history. So makes sense to me. Some people do describe... Okay, now this part is crazy. They walk up to the gate and they say that they experience visions similar to That's So Raven. Like, you know.
Yeah, like when she
yes. And like about the future or about their life or anything about that. And then some people also say that they can hear singing, like a heavenly choir. But like the gate's not open, they just hear it when they're there.
Huh.
So wild. But this is what every single person says. They say when they leave that place or when they enter the place, it's like a sense of relaxation that they have not gotten anywhere else on the earth. They're like, it just feels like when you step foot here, the pressures of your daily life just kind of melt away and you're just there in that moment connected to all of this history that's there. And I'm like,
I need to go.
I actually need this.
After hearing that, I'm like, I need to go.
Yeah, I know. And that's what everybody said. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I feel like it would be, no matter what this actual carving in the mountain is, I feel like it would be crazy because if you believe that it's the gate to the gods, then it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's wild. So, beyond even this legend, though, the, Aramumuru portal is a part of greater scientific study into the theory that this place could actually seriously be a wormhole to different dimensions.
A wormhole to different dimensions?
A wormhole to different dimensions. So, like, that's kind of how some people look at it instead of, like, it's a gate to the gods.
Oh.
Instead of, like, you go through the gate and there's gods, it's actually you going through into a different dimension. Like, this is the place. And so that kind of ties into the aliens more of, like, why they would be connected there. Like, and maybe this is the place that they can enter. Okay. So there's, like, a lot of different theories, you know?
Yeah.
Whichever one you kind of want to believe.
Huh.
But another way that this theory, the alien theory and like the different dimension theory is kind of not proven, but I guess a little bit of evidence to support it would be, so one of like the most popular things to talk about with the Inca people is like how they lived and how they were able to build their cities and communities the way they were with the little technology and science that they had at the time. And like it stumps historians even to this day. Like it's similar to the pyramids. Like they don't understand how, like we today could barely build those things with the modern technology that we have. So how did they do it back then when they had nothing? So the kind of theory, if you stay with me, is that like if this is a wormhole to different dimensions, people are coming through and either helping them or they are like providing them the tools that they need to do this. I know it's out there, but I mean, we don't know the answer, so it's a possibility.
Yeah.
It really is. So
I guess
like it's crazy. It's just like I don't know. But also like, do we just assume that we're smarter than them? And like we don't know how they thought back then, you know? We don't technically know like the science and the math that they use behind building their stuff. So like in my mind, I'm like, are we just calling them dumb because they're older than us? Like what if their science and math was more advanced than us, but they lost it along the way?
It got lost in time.
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe the aliens were like, here's our special math and science, and y'all can't have it. Only the Inca can have it.
Maybe. Or they gave it to them, and then it did get lost in time.
Yeah, so true. True. Both. Yeah, who knows? But, you know, were they smarter than us? Did the aliens help? I don't know. I don't know the answer to that, but maybe we'll have to dive deeper another day. But,
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Anywho, although this place was the mountain and the Gate of the Gods, it was excavated at first, just a little bit when it was first found, because they were like, okay, obviously it looks like a door.
Yeah.
Is it a door? Like,
right.
Let's try to open it.
Yeah.
Like, can we get in the mountain? Is there really a portal? I don't know. But quickly, the excavation and the work was stopped because Peru was like, the government of Peru was like, guys, this is protected land. This is sacred land.
Yeah.
We cannot open this door. And I just want to say claps to Peru for that, because I personally feel like if they open that door, the world is ended, like Pandora's box. You think so? I mean, I don't know.
Maybe it's something good though.
It could be, but it could be Pandora's box. And you know what? If it's a door and it's closed, I feel like it's closed for a reason. And we should just, of course, I want to know what's behind the door, guys. Obviously. But
I feel like I need to know.
But like, I wouldn't open it. It's 23 feet tall.
Well, apparently,
like, you know.
Okay, so they've opened the tiny door though.
No, they never got in. They never got in. It's very, very thick stone. So like they did start to try, but like they couldn't get in.
I want them to open the little.
Oh no, they're not. And the Peruvian government actually took so much protection into their own hands, and they capped it off. They said no more research can be done on this place. No more tests, nothing.
Really?
You can go there, you can see it, you can experience it, but nothing else is going to be messed with. Because I understand they want to protect it. They want to, because it is eroding. It will one day be gone. Yeah. So they are just trying to protect it. And also, like, if we really think about it, guys, the capitalist nature of the world is going to take it over. Like, they would build a parking lot. They would, like, destroy it. They would put a gift shop in there.
Yeah, they say, come here and,
come to the Gate of the Gods.
You get cured.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But you have to pay $1,000.
$1,000 to go through the Gate of the Gods. See, like, they don't need that. Yeah. They don't need that. So, as much as I want to know what's behind that door, keep it. I don't have to know.
Yeah. I get that. But just show me.
Right. Actually... Guys, Peru. People in Peru, let us know.
Yeah.
And then we won't tell anybody.
Yeah, like, we'll go travel there and, like, we'll see it. But, like...
Right. But then nobody else. That I can get behind.
I mean, that's selfish, but, like,
It's selfish, but I won't ruin it for real.
Yeah.
I won't. But in the short time that it was studied and excavated, they did not see what was behind the door. But they did find some remains, as well as the second tunnel that I mentioned. We're circling back to that. So they did not go through, but they went around and found the tunnel. This led them to find this tunnel actually connects 2 surrounding cities to this place.
No way.
Sure does.
Wait, what?
Sure does.
So you can travel by tunnel?
Not today. Not today.
Okay.
No, you cannot.
So
today.
Like the old,
but like back then,
cities.
The Inca.
That's pretty cool.
They sure did. And researchers actually believe that this is what the Inca used to move around their cities, and possibly even how they built them.
Okay.
Like, using. I don't really know.
Like,
but
walking through the tunnels?
Walking through, like, moving material through.
Like, would they use, like, vehicles through the tunnels? This is like a subway?
No. No.
Walking,
or vehicle,
like,
not powered, but like wheels.
Yeah, like a little bike or something.
Maybe, I'm thinking more of like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
But stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so, but here's the thing. Okay, here's the big part of the mystery.
Okay, we're still uncovering the mystery. I thought we
we're never. It's only uncovering more questions.
Okay,
I have no answers. Right. I just have to be really upfront with you. No answers.
What we got?
In parallel to the Inca traditions and legends, scientists know that this tunnel was built before the Inca Empire ever came to the area.
Okay.
Confirmed.
Huh.
Who?
Okay, but it still could have been them, right?
No. Before any Inca person ever traveled to the area, this tunnel was there.
But what if they were just, it was the same people, but like they went by a different name?
No.
And then the Incas just came and took them over, and that's why it's like, because it's an empire, they're taking over all the areas. And
I don't think.
So you're saying there was no people there at all?
I'm not saying there's no people. I'm saying we don't know who, like the Inca in this region are the first people that we know that lived here.
Okay.
So we don't. I'm not saying people didn't live there. People obviously did. They built the tunnel system, but we don't know who.
So you're saying it's older than
the oldest that we know? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So that's why people are like, okay, is it aliens?
I guess.
I mean, I personally don't think it's aliens. I want to be clear on that. Yeah. But who? We don't know. We don't have the answers. We don't know.
Weird.
It is very weird. So, yeah. So this does actually mean that we officially do not know when the first settlers actually, found this place. We don't know who they are. We don't know when. Who, what, when, where, why. No, we have no answers.
Because also, it's not even just the year that it was made. It must have been way before that because it takes a while to make it.
Right, and also we don't know, like, when did it become sacred? When did it become sacred land? Something significant had to happen.
Yeah.
For that to become sacred, for them to build these tunnels, for them to build this rock door.
What if it was already there? It's natural.
Well, that's the question. That's another question. Yeah. I mean, is it literally God's door? That's the other question. Like, we don't know. Maybe that's where he steps out. Who's to say? We don't know.
Or she.
They, them. Who knows? Yeah. So, unfortunately, all we have is more questions. We don't know what's behind the door, and we never will. But, yeah, that is the legend of the Gate of the Gods.
Oh, my God.
Sorry. The mystery.
Seriously, though.
Big mystery. I would love to go there. I will say it is it's not hard to get there. Excuse me. But it is like far from like not civilization, far from like popular tourist areas. So like people who go here, a lot of people go here and travel really mostly for like the spirituality of it. But it is like a long trip and it is kind of hard to get to. And there's not much else to do there other than go to this mountain. I mean, obviously you go like hike, see the area, go to the customs, but like no tourist destinations.
It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere.
Totally.
Right? Yeah.
Totally. Like just in a regular community, kind of in the middle of no big area, no big popular city.
There are like homes nearby, so it's like okay.
Yeah, there's communities.
Because the picture that I showed,
it's on the side of a mountain, so like there's people don't live like right beside it, but like in the area, like near the lake. And all of that, people live there. But like, this is like a mountain park that you would like walk and hike around. And he was a local tour guide, so he was walking them around the mountain, and that's when he discovered it.
Wow.
And it is totally possible. Also, I will say that people knew about this and discovered it before this man did in 1996.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of when it was first like written down, established, found. So wild. But yeah, definitely be sure to check out our Instagram to see pictures of the Gate of the Gods because it looks crazy. It really does. And it's for sure carved also. I want to be clear on that. It's not like a question as like, is it natural or is it carved? It's definitely carved. So somebody carved it. But who, we will never know.
It's crazy. And okay, so all the research that they've done is only as old as I am.
Yeah. And they stopped it pretty much immediately. So essentially, not a lot of research has been done.
Yeah, right.
At all. So, yeah.
Wow.
Wild.
Okay. Well,
we know how I feel about a mystery and not having answers, but like,
I know.
It was consuming me, and I was like, wow, this is really insane. Yeah. But love it.
Okay.
I love a magical door in the middle of nowhere. It's such a random thing. It's giving the phone booth in the middle of the desert.
I know, it is giving the same kind of thing.
And the monoliths. That's what it's reminding me of, too. Love it.
We love that kind of vibe.
Yeah, just a weird mystery. Reason, mysterious little something.
Yeah.
Crazy. Sorry I don't have any answers, though.
Yeah.
Never will. But I would love to go there. I want to feel that peace that they talk about, you know?
I know. Yeah.
Me too. I bet people that live there really feel peace.
See,
Savannah's like, I'm moving there tomorrow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, definitely be sure to check out our YouTube and our TikTok and our Instagram, please. And leave a comment, especially if you have been to the Gate of the Gods or live in Peru. I would love to hear.
Or if you've seen the creature that I talked about.
Most importantly, that, because she said the creature that I talked about. The Ogua, the Ogua. In West Virginia, let us know. I'm going to ask my family if they've ever heard about that, because they probably have. And I want to know if they've seen it, obviously.
I want to know.
Same. Well, other than that, I don't really have that much else for you guys. What about you, Savannah?
Yeah, nothing else.
All right. Well, then I guess we will see you guys next week.
All right. Cue the music.